Hi guys! For today's video, samahan niyo ako dahil gagawin ko ang aming performance task sa Fit 1. Before I start, I usually do a warm-up to get my muscles ready, but I wasn't able to include in the editing. Introducing the core stabilization and non-locomotor exercises. First is the dead bug series. To do this, I lie on my back on my yoga mat with my arms pointed straight up and my knees bent at a 90-degree angle. This exercise helps build core strength, improves coordination, and trains your body to stay steady during movement. It may be challenging and funny, but it also helps our body to have its control. At first, my two arms stayed steady while my right leg moved up and down in a controlled motion. This really helped me feel my core engaging, improving balance, stability, and control before moving on the next repetition. For the second repetition, I kept both arms steady once again while my left side leg moved up and down in a controlled motion, even though I wasn't able to fully straighten it. I focused on keeping my core tight and my lower back pressed firmly against the mat, moving slowly and deliberately to maintain proper form. This repetition helped me engage the left side muscle safely and effectively, working both sides evenly, improving balance, stability, and overall core strength while allowing me to stay within my range of motion. Next in the line is rolling. I first lay down on the yoga mat with one hand stretched upward and the other hand pointing sideways. For the first repetition, I roll slowly to my right side, keeping my head aligned with the hand that's pointing sideways and making sure my movements are controlled and steady. This allows me to feel my core, back, and shoulder muscles engaging on the right side. For the second repetition, I roll slowly to my left side, keeping my head aligned with the hand that's pointing sideways and maintaining controlled, steady movements. This helps me engage the left side muscles evenly, balancing the work on both sides of my body. Rolling to the left also strengthens my core, back, and shoulder muscles while improving balance, coordination, and body control. Next is the elbow plank. I start by lying face down on my yoga mat, then lift my body up so that my forearms are rested on the mat and my elbows are directly under my shoulders. My body forms a straight line from my head to my heels, and I make sure to keep my core tight, hips level, and back straight. Next is the full plank. I start by placing my hands directly under my shoulders and extending my legs straight back, resting on the balls of my feet. I make sure my body forms a straight line from my head to my heels, keeping my core tight, my back flat, and my glutes engaged. I focus on maintaining steady breathing while holding the position, making sure not to let my hips sag or rise too high. After that is the side plank. I start by lying on my side on the yoga mat, placing my elbow directly under my shoulder and stacking my legs on the top of each other. I lift my hips off the mat, creating a straight line from my head to my feet while keeping my core tight and my body steady. I hold this position for 30 seconds, focusing on keeping my balance and preventing my hips from dropping. Now comes the funny one, the hip bridge. I lie on the back of my knees bent and my feet lifted just a little off the mat, not quite flat, kind of up in the air. At first, it feels nakakahiya, like I'm trying to become a tiny floating bridge and I can't help but grin a little bit while doing it. But even though it looks funny, I can really feel my glutes, core, and lower back working with every lift. I make sure to lift and lower my hips slowly and steadily, keeping control the whole time. And now, for the second repetition, I stay in position with my knees bent and my feet slightly lifted off the mat, and I pushed my hips upward again. This time, it feels like a bit more natural, like my body finally understands what I'm trying to do, even if I still look like a tiny bridge trying its best. As I raise my hips, the muscles in my lower body wake up even more, and I can feel everything working together. I could say that it's really effective, especially in the second round. I'm still smiling, but my muscle know I'm working. Next is the press up, which is supposed to be the easier version for girls, but honestly, I still couldn't do it. My arms gave up instantly, so instead, my man stepped in and did a full push-up. For the second repetition, it was still him doing the push-up. He went back into the position on the floor, hands steady and legs straight, and he lowered himself with the same control as before. Then comes the bird dog. Honestly, the hardest one I had to perform. I start on the floor with my hands under my shoulders and my knees under my hips. It sounds simple at first, but the moment I try to lift one arm and the opposite leg, my whole body starts questioning its life choices. I stretch my arm forward and my leg backward, trying my best not to wobble or fall over. My core has to stay tight, my back straight, and everything balanced, which is easier said than done. For the second repetition, I lift the opposite arm and leg again, just like the first time. This time, it already feels heavier, and keeping my balance is more challenging. My core works harder, my back feels the tension, and I have to focus extra to stay steady. Even though the movement is the same, doing it a second time really tests my strength and control, making me feel every muscle working. By the end of it, I'm definitely feeling burned, but I'm pushing through anyway.
And lastly, the downward dog. I asked a friend of mine to do it so that I could watch and learn. At first, she poised her hands and feet on the floor and lifted her hips high, forming an upside-down V. I noticed how her arms and legs stayed strong but not stiff, and how her back was long and steady. Watching her helped me understand how this pose stretches the body while improving strength and balance.